I want to thank you for coming out. I want to tell you to keep the faith. Oh, you ever watch a stupid movie late at night, hoping it's going to get better, don't get better, but you keep watching it anyway? Because the other night I was watching this movie. I was watching this movie called Fright Night, Freak Night, or some type of night, but it was about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people, are they not? But I'm going to tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I wanted to be a werewolf. So I'm watching my TV. These kids watching their TV, vampire kill on their TV. So you know it's kind of stupid, but I'm still watching though. So they win this contest to bring this actor. Now y'all got to stay with me. Bring this actor who's a vampire killer from that TV to get rid of this real life vampire in their attic. So as this actor comes to their home, he got all the right stuff. He got all the right stuff because you got to have a stake, you got to have a thing to kill him in the heart. And he got a necklace of garlic, so that worked. I don't know what it does, but it worked. You got to have a cross because it burned. I know that worked. They walked upstairs and this vampire looking real good in this black suit. Whoa, that sounds like Senator Warnock, doesn't it? Looking all good in this black suit, floated from the ceiling. He floated from the ceiling looking good and cool. And I'm thinking, whoa, they better get out of that house. If somebody float from your ceiling, get out of that house. That's not your house. But as he floated from the ceiling, the kids jumped behind that hero. As they jumped behind that hero, the guy jumped in front of him with this holy word, threw it on the vampire's forehead. He covered his eye. And he took his hand away. He started laughing. And he said, that don't work. He took the cross and put it on the vampire's forehead. And the vampire didn't even do anything. He said, that don't work. And that's the way it is in our life. It doesn't work unless you got faith. It is time for us to have faith. We got to have faith in our fellow brother. We got to have faith in this country. We got to have faith in the elected officials. And right now, that's the reason I'm here.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories. And they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net. Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
All right. All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially, and we are here for the weekly wrap up. And you know, that's the one thing we forgot. So let's start this off right.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. So we are back. All right. Got some people in the chat I ain't seen in a while. Hey. So we are here on a Friday night. Of course, the topic of the conversation is not the greatest, but you know we have to address it. Because this is kind of interesting. This story is getting more bizarre by the moment. And this, like I said on my last broadcast, and you have seen, I'm sure, a lot of people posting on this sister about her demise in Mexico, which the updates from I believe it was her father, did an interview with somebody. I'm saying this, the things that are coming out about this are just, it's crazy. Things like when they found her or discovered her body, like they had her sitting up either in a chair or in the bed. So they tried to prop her up like Weekend at Bernie's. Boy, oh boy. I do not know what to say about that. So, you know, this won't be a long broadcast, but I do think this would be one to open up the floor for the family to chime in on. And, you know, I believe it. This would be one of those. So we're going to do it like that. So let me go ahead and holler at everybody in the chat. Let's see who we got here. Judah Queen in the house. Lois Hub. Hey. In Flournoy. Welcome. I always try to say that right. I'm pretty sure I always mess it up. One who cares. Welcome. film animation art. Welcome. Oyela Aket, Grand Night. Black Mama, hey, hey. Let's see. Okay. Amaria, welcome. Cult-like personality. Black first, all right? Pensy, Lola, ya bless, welcome. Crew, Ray. Yes, indeed, I got that. See, now we know it's royalty. Reality. Reality. There we go. Uh-oh. Whoa, that was different. What's just happened? Torian Rain Reloaded. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to Kyrie for donate. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, he donated $65K to her GoFundMe. Well, shout out to that brother. As always, standing like a man in the midst of a bunch of cowards that can act and talk like they stand for something, but only stand for their bosses. Wow, I didn't even know that. That is, man. Well, I guess one good thing, out of this whole disturbing thing, like you said, Amaria. Black Star TV 2.0. What's going on, my brother? Miss Sandra Lee, welcome. Some chick named Star, welcome, welcome. Black Bravo Delta. All right. Phantom Beat, I see ya. All right. Judy Queen said, I'm donating tonight. Oh, man. Before we get to that, though, there was something that happened, and this is why I've made this, shout out to Rilla Perry. This is why I made this little caption here, because I'm not going to play the video, but I will play the audio. It seemed like there's a show on TBS that Conan O'Brien has. And I guess they were talking about reparations. And so I guess they had this brother. He actually quotes Dr. John Howard Clark. And he even talks about HR 40. And then they pan over to this elderly gentleman, the one to whom you see on your screen. And yeah, I'm just gonna play this audio and Lord.
That all history is a current event. And right now, the U.S. Congress is discussing H.R. 40, which is a bill that would enable research and...
Now, let me rewind that, because that started a little late. Okay.
So the historian John Henry Clark says that all history is a current event. And right now, the U.S. Congress is discussing H.R. 40, which is a bill that would enable research and the proposal of policies to actually address reparations. And so this is a current event.
And one thing that's on my mind was with one of the guys that when we went back to one of the slave auction castles, he said that you can either be bitter, which means you can leave here weak, or you can either be better, which means you'll leave here stronger. And so I thought about what that meant. And what that meant is that we've seen much agony, and we've seen much pain, but we've also seen much hope, and much promise, and much glory. So we must tell the whole story, but let us put as much emphasis on the hope, and on the glory, and on the optimism as we tell the story, so that people can say, well, there is a brighter day. And if we stop and plant seeds, apple seeds, on which we will never see the shade, and plant them for other children, we're gonna be okay. And so I'm going to leave here better and not bitter.
Wow, that was.
Wow. I'm gonna leave here better, not bitter. Kid Gravity Beyond, what's going on, my brother? Salute to you, man. I'm gonna leave here better, not bitter. I mean, Johnny Appleseed. An Appleseed. Was he trying to say mustard seed and didn't want to sound too biblical? So I guess he figured he'd go most American. Appleseed. Did y'all see him? But that's why I got that picture, because I'm like, y'all just take a look at this dude. You know, that's who's talking. You know, I'm gonna be better, not bitter. And look how he looking. When you went around to the slave quarters, something in you just became so subservient that whatever the person in front of you uttered, you just said, I'm going to look into that and I'm going to re-examine what he done said to me, because, you know, as ours reflects, I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean, is this dude a plant? Makes you wonder. Just makes you wonder, was he planted there? Because the other brother there is talking, you know, he quoting a historian, and man, shout out to that brother. And then mentions reparations. And of course, you know, you have to pivot from the brother who's talking about reparations to one who's talking about hope and apple seeds. Lord. I seen that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, is this dude serious? And yo, how did y'all like the intro? For those who caught it, did y'all see the very beginning of this broadcast with Herschel Walker? Yeah, if you didn't, you missed a treat. The fact that Raphael Warnock has even had trouble knocking this dude out the box is just it's staggeringly unbelievable. Like, really? This dude, you can't get past this guy? Wow. I mean, this is what the Democratic crank out the candidate plant has produced in this day and age. And that's all you got in Atlanta? In Georgia? I mean, wow. That says a ton. That says a ton about the state of your party. But, you know, yeah. There was something else. Because, you know, I want to get to the topic real quick. So I'm going to blow through these videos pretty quick. Because we're going to touch on a piece of news and then get to the topic at hand. There was a TikTok video that just came my way probably less than an hour ago. So, I guess there was a memorial service or something, and for a suspected, we could say, because I don't know, I've never known the man, so I can't speak for him. He's deceased, but a memorial service for this suspected white supremacist. His daughter gets up there, and his daughter's actually mixed. because she's biracial, as they say. Well, she has a very interesting point of view about her father. And, when people always often told us, well, this person has mixed children, they couldn't be racist.
And highly aware of all that you give in this family, I still don't miss you. When you died, I felt like there was a hole. I missed something, but it wasn't you. It was the idea of what you could become. I miss being able to hope and wish that one day you turn a corner and see the world from my perspective. I miss the idea that one day you might help me fight for the thing. I missed my fantasy of you. Because when you died, it solidified the fact that you'll never be what you could have been, but only what you are. And what you are is a racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, Trump-loving, cis-straight white man. That is all you will ever be to me. And Dad, before you tell me to respect the dead, please remember that you disrespected and disregarded the lives and deaths of entire communities of people with your ideology. You told me to never back down, so I won't. You know for a fact that even against you, I'm not afraid to share my peace. You are everything I aspire not to be, and I refuse to stand up here and sing the praises of a man who was the paradigm of white supremacy. So I'll take your racist mindset, I'll take your money, and I'll take your advice. And I swear to God I will make this world a better place. Not at all because of you, but in exact opposition to you. Thank
you. Well, that's interesting. And I don't for a moment doubt that that her father was a white supremacist by her own account. But the other things that she happened to mention, which are a very heavily pushed agenda. And how do you know? Well, there was a key word in there, cis. Yeah, that word, that cis word. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, that cis word. That cis word's a beast. I knew I needed another video up here. Oh, golly. Yeah, that cis word is an absolute monster. It is a teller, a sure tell sign of a person with an agenda that is either black and or not for black at all, and sometimes while being black. I mean, real talk. I mean, these people absolutely are so anti-black while being black. I mean, wow. What must it be like to be you? To come around and always know that you have to push someone else's agenda because of what you perceive your practices are, and hey, this is me, and I'm gonna just go ahead and start talking crazy to whoever I want to because I feel protected. Because people like this, the good Reverend Teacher Professor Boulay, Bootlick Biscuit Master, Treason Eric Dyson can come out and do some good old defense and bring back on Drink Champs nonetheless the conversation of toxic masculinity. Well, let me refresh your mind about what toxic masculinity looks like present day. The one who forces this. You heard Judge Joe Brown, because if y'all have not heard that space with him and Sister Dana, hoo-wee. Yeah, and he went in on that, but he did it. It was a respectful exchange. Some people might feel, how when people get so intellectually lambasted that people start calling it disrespect. It wasn't. It was a respectful exchange, and you know, yeah, he called it out, everything that on all the tactics that you were seeing and that you've been seeing that, you know, maybe some people weren't equipped to identify articulately. He did, you know, on a grand scheme, and man, yeah, he put that work in on him. But never forget, we have traitors like this amongst us talking about, well, you know, the one thing we got to understand now is that we got to denounce this death culture. Then why is Glorilla so hot right now? Why is Meg the Stallion so hot right now? Family, I'm going to just, let me keep it a buck. Have y'all noticed damn near every black woman on TV that has a position has taken a trip to the clinic? They all have a story. Yeah, and I was in college and I was like, this would ruin my career. Ain't that Tiffany Cross's story? I could be wrong, but I'm trying to remember if that was her that I heard tell that story. Just interesting. Coincidence. Oprah? I mean, I don't know. You know. I'm just, you know, maybe I think too much. In other news, there was a mayor somewhere who actually signed a like a reparations, like a $10 million reparations deal. Yeah, it has a dollar amount to it. Not, oh no, we need to study, and let's see, we need to have some more studies, and then we need to figure out a proposal. And no, check this out.
Many of you were at the Dexter training grounds when we did so. It was met with a whole lot of skepticism. Folks mentioned all of the reasons why it shouldn't be done. And there are a lot of folks, frankly, that thought it would never get done. But we believed and we jumped into it anyways. And here we are, having gone through a process that I believe is now a model for how this is done around the country, and is just the beginning of this work.
How's about that? Pensacola, facts. Here's another video from that same event. So I think this is the actual signing.
All right, so I'm ready to get this done and make it official. This 18th day, November 2018, and it is official. Yes. Woo!
If they want to step away, and then we'll open up for any questions, if any.
Well, I'm not familiar with their actual bill, but I'll say this: It's signed and it literally has a dollar amount attached to it. So shout out to them. You know, from what I can see on the surface, from what I'm witnessing, man, you know, that's a first. And that's a good thing. So, you know, some people, oh man, you know, I'm not looking at anything to criticize it. So it's a first. So there's a start. Man, it wasn't big enough. No, it's a start. That's a city, not a state. So that's pretty interesting. I'm glad to see this type of movement. So if nothing else, we should definitely hats off to whoever figured that you would actually be able to. I would never think on a city level that you would get that popping, but okay, shouts out to them. Kaka Kiki with Franken feet, Dana. Oh, I don't know all of that. Barry for Judge Joe Brown, that some kind of highly suspect. Oh, well, you know. Project Leroy. I see you in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah. Well, you know, I would say it like this. Judge Joe Brown spent all of those years being on the bench. I don't think he spent too many of them being a dummy. Shawana S. Welcome. You know, I think he could figure out where he fit in. You know, he's kind of one of those people who deal with everybody. He's the diplomatic grandpa. In Florida, he said, I'm thankful for any and all victories. Exactly. Like, hell, I can't knock it. You know, and again, you know, with Judge Joe Brown, like, you know, you just got to look at the age range and all of his whole career. So you take all that into account. I don't get. I we have got into the super thin skin society to where everybody has like, oh man, this is another byproduct of that single mother generation. Everybody feels like you should be nitpicking. Where wasn't it perfect? Whew. Yeah, that's not a conversation I really much entertain because it's kind of on the haterish side. It leads to the dark side. You know what I'm saying? That's like you got to be careful with the, am I here? Am I frozen? I think I'm frozen. All right. Okay, hopefully I'm back. That was weird. Okay. All right, hopefully I'm back. Am I back, family? That was very interesting. It's like I literally, well, you know, we having so hopefully the broadcast doesn't short out because we are like in a high wind advisory like all week, and the wind is pretty heavy out here right now. Well, I guess I'll say very because it just feels like something hit this place. Oh, Afro Elite in the house. What's going on, my brother? Yes, sir, Kid Gravity. Okay, good, good. Okay, so let me get this. Lord. Man, I'm talking about this. Man, if y'all can hear this wind out here, it's just been like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I mean, hitting what's so crazy is when it hits both levels at the same time. So you can hear everything at one side. Okay. We don't really get wind like that here. But we got it now. Let's see. Okay, so check this out. I'm gonna play Marjorie Taylor Greene first, and then I'm gonna play Sheila Jackson Lee. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she, just won her reelection. People are like, I don't understand why people like her. I wonder what's gonna happen with all these sisters who have bought into the whole liberal gender warring mindset that there's some kind of benefit for them in that. When you hear PC women come out and say, oh no, the reason why we would never really vote for Kamala Harris is because we're not ever going to have a black woman over us. And that wasn't clear enough with Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton ain't even black. But the fact of the matter of what she represents in that whole agenda that she has furthered and pushed, which has been pro quiet genocide on our community. Okay, what is going on here? Well, maybe I got some friends friends in the computer today, huh? You stop talking about that stuff. But let's hear what Marjorie Taylor Greene had to say, because it's something that you're actually hearing foundational Black Americans say, especially new Black media and the grassroots. We are saying this and driving this point home.
Ukraine's budget with $11.8 billion is going to assistance, including for direct budget support. The question is Ukraine now the 51st state of the United States of America? And what position does Zelensky have in our government? This is outrageous, and the American people deserve answers.
Have you ever been, does anybody remember 60 billion or 37 billion or 500 million and all of these billions, 2 point something billions going to a particular state? I mean, every taxpayer should be livid. But, they've told you, oh no, you gotta fight for Ukraine. Never mind that they're Nazis. See, now, if you have seen some of these newer commercials that they are starting to run right now about Ukraine and Poland, I don't know if they're running them in your neck of the woods yet, but they're talking about a certain particular group that's known to have hailed from Poland, and some of them, after maybe surviving Germany, have fled to Ukraine. And so now with all the war, we need to help. And see, this is what the Bible says about them. If you help them, and wait a minute. All of this money that America is spending over there, and you are literally taking up funds for one specific group that happens to be mentioned. I'll say it like this. What did Dave Chappelle say? He said he's been in Hollywood. Well, if you have a lot in Hollywood, well, there's enough money. But no, I guess it makes sense because, there's billions and trillions of dollars that we spend to another country that doesn't do anything for America. But, it's just funny that, oh, wow, pretty much the same thing is doing with your annexed location. I'll let y'all connect those dots as you need to. Whew-wee. Let's hear Sheila Lee.
That DNA in the trajectory of slavery to today. For example, at COVID, black African Americans got COVID at a rate nearly 1.5 times higher than that of white people, or hospitalized at a rate nearly 4 times higher and 3 times likely to die. COVID hit us very desperately. Interestingly, a recent peer-reviewed study from Harvard Medical School suggests that reparations for African Americans could have cut COVID-19 transmission and infection rates both among blacks and the nation at large. Reparations are curative. They're not punishment. The analysis continued to look at data throughout the nation.
See, that's the thing. They know. Why are we arguing a study of reparations? It really makes no sense. It was something that was already figured out in the first place. You just need to figure out the logistics of what it all entails today. Not get up there and say, we need to agree to do this. No, you owe this. You need to come and figure out the trajectory of how you accomplish addressing all of these different harms. The hell? And that's why they said, yeah, let's make sure we play that. Yeah, let's make sure we play that. Because that's...
You heard the word reparations there. The NAACP defines it as financial recompensation for African Americans whose ancestors were slaves. Tuberville seemed to be saying that blacks are, quote, the people that do the crime. Now, the Democratic Party does not support reparations, though President Biden has supported studying the issue.
Okay. Now, I'm going to do something real quick because it is in the lane of the conversation. And so I want to make sure I shed some light on this as well. So let me get this in here because I want you to, let's set this up the right way and get your ass in here. All right. So, if y'all remember, we had 2 reparation candidates. Actually, we had a few, I guess, but 2 that we knew as far as the grassroots and that was, of course, Marcel Dixon, and then what was it, Tamara Shealy. Well, this sister ran against Raphael Warnock. And it kind of seems like she might be experiencing some kind of retaliation against running. But let's hear the good preacher again, just to familiarize y'all with his, what he even says in the pulpit, which is an agenda that is not even favorable for the congregation to which he is even speaking.
But it is the latest variation on the same kind of blaming the victim disease that has America sick in the first place. I submit to you that America has a pre-existing condition. It's called racism. It's called classism. It's called bigotry. It's called xenophobia. And we need God to heal us of our pre-existing condition.
Be the mules for everybody else, black folks. No, sir. So let's hear from the sister that was running against him. Because, they often say, well, if you want things your way, then what y'all need to do is get your candidate and then get your candidate to run and you get him in office. Okay, well, here's another candidate that ran. Let's hear how the Democrats have received our sister.
Let me tell you what happened to me today. So I was sitting at my desk and I hear a banging on my door. Banging on my door. Scared me to death. Scared me. So when I hear this banging on my door, I freeze. I just sat there. I look downstairs because I can see my door from my desk. I look downstairs and there's a white man with a beard looking in my window. I'm scared. He continues to bang on my door. It stopped for about 10 seconds. I get up. I tiptoe to the front of my house, upstairs, so that I can look down and see who the hell this is beating on my door. I could see his car in my driveway. He continues to bang on my door. I call the police. Takes forever to get the police on the line, but they finally get on the line. I talk to the 911 operator. She says she's sending a car. The banging stops. I tiptoe back down the hallway. I think he's gone. I tiptoe down the steps, and he was gone. Let me tell y'all what's happening with me. Most of you know I am very private. I don't bring my personal life into politics. I don't bring my family, my friends. I don't bring them into this. But my ex-husband passed away while I was on the campaign trail this past April. In the midst of my campaign, he passed. He passed away, and he did not have a will. A will has appeared in probate, and my home is attached to this probate matter. The attorney behind this probate matter is an attorney who is an insider. His name is Steve Riley in the Democratic Party of Georgia. He represents the individuals who have fraudulently submitted a will into probate. This ain't personal. This is political. And I want you to understand that the Georgia Democratic Party, the operatives, oh, they know what they're doing. This is a hit. It's a hit. This party, the Georgia Democratic Party, is rotten at its core. It's corrupt. And the good pastor, Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock, knows who they are and how they operate. He knows. He knows. So I have not had the best day, but I'm not going to be quiet about what is happening to me. They know it. I didn't want to have to come and have this conversation and tell you that I'm being targeted. But I am. I am.
Crazy, 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 crazy. And I'm not surprised because we've heard Brother Marcel talk about different things that he had to encounter. So, yeah, all of that get you a grassroots candidate and run your grassroots candidate. Well, when we do, look at how you treat them. See how that works? They're Judah Queen bullies. Want to bully people. Hey, you don't you think about rising up now? Now we told you to do this, and then when you get enough courage to do it, then we're gonna say, oh no, we're gonna punish you for having some courage. Afro Elite said, it's dangerous for the people who stand up for us. Yes, it is. It most definitely is. That is a fact. Man, Knight Rider, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you already know. Let's see who we got here. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to put that in there. So yeah. So let's get into let me get this in here though. Okay, so get this screen back up. Get this up. So Shaquela, I'm looking at this article. They keep spelling her name wrong. I think that's what kept throwing me off. When I first came across it, I'm like, what's going on here? But now I know. It's like, oh, okay, what's going on here? I mean, I just have to look at two different names within the same article. So all the headings have the wrong name. And then when you're reading it, then it's the right spelling. It's crazy. It's like, who did this? Her name's not Shaquille. So they keep calling her Shaquille. Huh. That's kind of strange too, don't you think? You can't get this sister's name right? It's a little weird. Yeah, her friend, man. Them so-called friends, I'll say. So let's see. Let me do this. Yeah. So with this whole situation, I want to go back and revisit something that I played the other day. And that's with Michael Eric Dyson. Now, when I played it the first time, I had this on the screen. I'm going to play it for you now with this on the screen. And I just want to know, when this man starts talking, what does it make you think related to this story?
About it that are about literal human beings that either they have killed, want to kill, or in celebrating that drill rap, then going out trying to live the life they sing about in their song. That was beautiful when it was the gospel music, right? I want to live the life I sing about in my song. That was a great gospel song. B.B. King even sang about it. But that's beautiful when you're dreaming about love and community. It's not good when you're talking about killing, mayhem, and murder. And so going out here, Pop Smoke, or P&B, you're at Roscoe's, and it's a father and son tag team of toxic masculinity and murderous masculinity, and you kill that kid. You couldn't have just taken his chain. Right. You got to shoot him in his back and his head. This is a cultural addiction to death that we must announce for what it is and denounce it and figure out other constructive ways to embrace and love and edify each other.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm back. Okay. Yep, I'm back. I got you. So yeah, Michael Eric Dyson is literally talking about this culture. So yeah, let me see what y'all talking about in this chat. Like I said, with that on the screen, what does that make you think of? Mm-hmm. Miss Sandra Lee, she said, I think that they killed her because they wanted money. Huh. They all should get murder charges. Yes. The games. Absolutely. That was sad. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Natural law supersedes man's. Yes, indeed. I saw some videos I saw one video that I'm assuming was hers. Right before, as they said, this was her last video that she found. The odd thing about it is she is coming in the room expecting everybody to be naked. And I'm like, huh. Everybody else in the room is naked. Or, I mean, everybody in the room is clothed. But she's coming in the room expecting everybody to be naked. And so this is looking like some did it, what was that, what's that series on BET for the love of money or something like that? Ain't that what that is? It's like, because who knows, maybe this sister had, like, she has her businesses, she's an influencer, who knows what she had cooking on the back end that they know. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe she had, like, maybe she just got the bag. Who knows? They're like, yeah, let's go celebrate and let's do this and do that. And they just hating, like, we gonna get this. Soon as we get, yeah, we gonna tell her we gonna do this, and then she gonna come in the room. We know she ain't gonna have nothing on her because she'll be naked. Because I'm telling you, when I saw that video, I said, wait a minute. Project Leroy said it was premeditated setup. Yeah, because the other part, you're out of the country. She paid for a couple of their trips? Wow. Wow. No, the video I see, which I believe was hers, says because she's walking through that suite or bungalow or whatever the hell they're in. Like, yeah, it doesn't take that long to get naked. Where y'all at? And so the cat, because whoever tweeted that captioned it, like basically she walked in on them plotting on her. But who knows? And then, they're going to turn it, oh, well, he's just going to catch a fade. Let me tell you something. Yeah, we're going to open this thing up tonight because I just need some to give some kind of relative clarity to this type of thing. How many of y'all remember certain situations on Twitter Spaces, especially with these women? I mean, literally, when you look at these pictures, it gives me a reminiscent flashback. Like, the energy hits the same. I just can't help but notice that. Hoo-wee. So saying that, jealousy really, really comes out in different ways. But with women, it doesn't come out the same as us men, because for us men, jealousy and hating usually comes out, man, why y'all following him, man? Oh, man. Oh, hey, man, man, Tariq got that money and I ain't seen a museum. Dude just came in our space this week talking that. Like, you ain't seen no museum. He got the building. Oh man, but that's good, man. Wait a minute. You bringing up a whole nother dude and his money, but don't even know if he accomplished what he said he was going to do? Okay. All right, brother. So, yeah. This is it separate from jealous and envious man for real. Worldviews, greetings. Cyberdyne. Too much Boochie Bears. The same energy, literally the same energy in that room is the same energy I've seen over the past few months. It just literally hits me the same. Now, I'm sure some of y'all are probably like, oh, wow. Yeah, in fact, let me share this screen here so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Maybe y'all will. If you were looking at what I'm looking at right now, oh, I don't need no audio. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just gonna do it anyway. right. Hey, Afro Elite. Now, when I seen this, I said, wow, this reminds me of something. Reminds me when people be having like, because sometimes when people say people are jealous of them, you might want to believe them. Because only that person will really know the deep down type of slights and all of that type of stuff aimed at them coming from an individual. So truth be told, it will be that person to know. Now, of course, there's always blatant hating, and everybody can see that. That's when we're like, hey, man, you hating on that person. Can knock that shit off. But this, on the other hand, oh man, when I see you, I'ma drag you. Man, I'm just saying. Miss Sandra Lee said because she was beautiful and successful. And, you might be onto something there. There tends to be a history of that happening, and that's not far fetched. I can say that. Lord. So, with that being said, I'm going to let me see. I'm gonna actually see. I want to do this. I want to do some phones or do a link. What should I do, family? Should I do phones or should I drop the link in the chat? What do we want to do here? It's a small world. Worldview said, "Oh wow, one of my family member went to the same university together with her. Oh wow, wow, damn." It's a very small world. Very. Miss Angela said, I'm not calling in. Most people don't. You know what I'm saying? But I will. I'll put this in here. All right, so there's the link to this stream. It's not what I was doing. Trying to pin this joker. I don't know why I won't. Oh. Okay. It is tripping. I'm trying to pin this thing and it won't let me pin it. Okay. Well, the link is in the chat. Nonetheless. Yeah, man. They did this system wrong. And from what I'm hearing, it was a planned, it seems like a planned event. And you got to be careful with these type of individuals because there is a lot of jealousy, a lot of haters, and people that absolutely have nothing better to do than just try to figure out a way to make somebody else look or try to besmirch somebody else's character or even their image. Because what are you doing all of that wailing on this woman while she is unclothed. And then what's even worse though, after all of that, her so-called friends left her propped up like Weekend at Bernie's with a broken neck and a broken spine. How on earth are all of these people in custody? And, you know, man, what happened over there? Talking about, oh man, jurisdiction. What happened over there to, was it Natalie Holloway? And it was the little white girl that got killed in Aruba. Well, they did. I mean, they'll find a way to get charges on somebody, even if they have to get them through the other people's government. They don't just let people just skate off. Since when? The death of an American happens in another country and the U.S. don't go check it out? Come on, man. For real? You know, got to do better than that. All right. Well, we got Judah Queen coming on in. Get Judah Queen on. All right. Hey, Judah Queen.
Hey, Beatzilla, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm just so pissed and mad about this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Peace to the chat, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, what do you have to say about this situation?
Oh my gosh, I have so much to say. I don't know where to start. Okay, so I believe they planned this before they went, and they were basically all in cahoots with each other because the men, they just stood back. And I'm hearing that one of them is a boyfriend. I'm not completely sure about that. There's a lot of rumors floating around. Some not true, and I fell for it, unfortunately. A lot of us did, but
that
yeah,
they were a transgender. Yeah, no. When I seen that, I was like, oh no, that's a Photoshop thing. Because if you notice, it was the shirts in like the exact same position. I was like, okay, no.
I've read first I read something. I didn't see the image first, but I read something, and yeah, that got me. But my position still stands with T.S. Giselle. Like, get your people. The people in North Carolina, get them. I'm not saying it's all, because it's a lot of mad people up there. But I'm just so it's just, and she's 20. She was only 25 years old. I just turned 26. Like we was on apart. It's crazy. I'm just tired of seeing the young die in the streets at the hands of these sellouts. I really am.
No doubt.
When I think of Shanquella, she was, she's a successful Black woman, had her own business. She had her own hair business, boutique. She braided kids' hair. And it made me think about a young Black woman, another young Black woman named Destiny Harrison from Baltimore, Maryland. She was murdered in her hair salon by sellout Black people. So that really makes me think about, it's just so heartbreaking, this case. And I really hope the family gets justice, and all those devils, they need to be punished to the fullest extent. I don't know what it's like in Mexico with the prison system, but I hope they just rot. I really do.
I feel you there, sister.
Really hope they rot. I just can't. And from what I read, people are saying that on social media that the one in the middle, um, that was that the room was floating around about, she fled to Connecticut.
Wow.
That's what I'm not sure if it's true. I wouldn't. It really. I wouldn't. It wouldn't put it past me that Of course, they're gonna run when they're guilty, but all of
Wow.
them need to be tracked down, hunted down. At this point, I just want street justice. At this point, like they need to be
I
beat.
ain't mad at that. Well, if they get caught, this is one of those that the other side of the ball might not be so friendly to them anyway. So, we'll see how this all plays out. Kid Gravity in the house. What's going on, brother?
They got to run my fate if that was my sister.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. What you got to say on this, brother?
I read this story about 3 times. It pissed me off every other time.
Man.
I don't know also if it's true, but they saying the one that was doing the bean might have been one of us.
No.
No, that was a woman.
That was a woman.
All right, say less. All right. You got to put the sister and her in a cage and let the sister have at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the best friend, this DJ Academics looking nigga,
man,
he need to be thrown down a cliff.
Man, that's not for.
But I don't like the news for using this picture.
Right,
a different picture. Like this is the only picture she had. But if it was a white woman, she'd have been at a Sweet 16.
Her graduation. I was just going to say it's going to be her graduation picture.
Her wedding day or her first day at her job.
Exactly, man. And now look at this. Okay, so you see, it's a pretty even mix of people. I'm not sure of the relationships of all of these individuals, but it seems like they was all supposed to be friends. That's the way they keep framing it, and obviously they were some kind of cool. Judah Queen put it in the chat earlier that she had paid for a couple of their trips.
Oh nah.
Yeah.
I think that was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
I know about that.
Wow. Yeah, see, that's insanity, man. So with this particular story, how when you look at the long, I guess the big picture of this, this is an out of country incident involving us. Do y'all think, especially Kid Gravity, do you think that this is something that could end up being a bigger implication for the larger group of us in the long run for something like this happening?
Ain't no more girls trips. Or if you're gonna do the girls trip, you better come strapped. Or everybody get their separate room and ain't nobody going in nobody's room. If we gonna have fun, communal areas, and then everybody go to their room and don't nobody got each other key.
Facts.
There's gonna be a lot of distrust with folk over this. And I hope this serves as a lesson to black folks. Latin America might not be the goal right now.
Man. I mean,
hey.
Yeah, I mean, the justice.
You Negroes better love y'all. Y'all want to be around Latin folks so much, y'all better go to Florida or Texas.
Yeah, Texas got
maybe
plenty.
not Texas. Maybe not Texas because
Texas got plenty for you. California.
Shit.
You go down to Southern Cal. You can go down to San Diego. Well, really anywhere in California, but to be quite honest,
Yeah.
anywhere in California you can get your fill.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all I wanted to say because this made me mad. This made me mad.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, and hopefully real justice comes about this.
Yeah.
You know, justice for Quella.
Yeah.
I don't know why they.
Yeah.
use
And when they get to explaining, you know what we got to do.
Oh man. You already know. Where is that? Man? I know I got that up in here.
I know you do.
Man, where is
that?
That?
Yeah, enjoy it. Hey man, I
There
appreciate
it
you letting
is.
me up for a little bit.
Hey man, I appreciate you, my brother. But before you go, I mean, we got to say, because if they try explaining, this is what we say.
You shade tree nigga.
Exactly. That's some BS, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kid Gravity.
Yes, sir.
Judah Queen, thank both of y'all for coming in, stopping through and chiming in. Go ahead, sis.
Let me just add one thing. The one that was I believe Dejanay Coon Jackson, the one that was beating her at first.
Mm-hmm.
I heard from a video clip is on Twitter and Instagram. Okay, this girl really, like, she gave birth to a whole baby recently. So this is from a guy who knows her. Gave birth to a child and graduated from college with a degree in nursing. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Why is these people who want to work in nursing? Well, I know it's clearly for the money, but this thing she really murdered her own fellow black woman and want to work in nursing and got a whole child, a whole baby. That really blows my mind, and she ain't going to get that. Her child is going to be, they going to be separated.
Definitely.
She ain't gonna have no career. Throw that out the window.
Facts.
And I also saw something about she's on Instagram. She had some stories up. She asking people, if they want to interview her. They got CashApp her money, and she just.
Oh, okay. No, say no more. I got it. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That's just what I needed to know. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Judah Queen.
Let me speak.
Oh man, most definitely appreciate you always. Thank you so much. I want to elaborate on something she just said. That is the most ratchet behavior. Understand, she basically that right there is the biggest element that tells you that this person is cold-hearted. That is either psychopath or sociopath. I'd say probably sociopath. But nonetheless, this woman has no empathy. Y'all know y'all left that woman down there for dead. Well, no, y'all know y'all left her dead because she was propped up like Weekend at Bernie's, her daddy say. So how evil are you? And this is the society that we are in. I gotta ask your family, look at all the hair on their heads. Who are they trying to look like? What famous black person looks like that? Like what icon of ours looks like that? We've adopted this culture, Michael Eric Dyson. It's our culture? No, sir. That's not us. It does have an origin at home, though, but it ain't us. I mean, really, brother? And again, if you want to denounce it, I will tell you the first place to denounce it is saying, stop pushing Roe v. Wade on black folks. That's where you can stop it. Torian Rain Reloaded said they'll all have it coming. Absolutely. And I hope that this doesn't get caught up in a bunch of legal, bureaucratic crap to where they're like, well, we that's in another country and we really don't have time. I mean, we don't have the resources. Man, if you can go to war in another country, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene asked, are they the 51st state now? Is Ukraine the 51st state? Yeah, don't complain to us about nothing. I don't want to hear that at all. We got sisters over here getting harassed by your congressional candidates. I mean, cut it out. Cut it all the way out. Meanwhile, we are looking to push candidates that push gender divides. They lose. Then you double down on the gender divide. But here's a story that caught y'all by surprise, because this is basically like the girls' trip. And the person who's doing all of the battering, it ain't the men. So who's ready to have that conversation? Are we going to say this is a one-off, or are we going to call this a culture? Because I'll tell you where it begins, and where the origins of this culture is. It's death. And one of the biggest reasons why you see this happening is because you started changing the definitions. You started changing the meanings to suit what you needed to get done. So what you told black folks is that deleting your children before they're born is somehow health. And not death. I'm pro-choice while other people are pro-life. I say you can't have pro-life and then not be pro-death. But see, that lets you know where the lie is. Well, they're clear on what they're saying. They're saying life, life, life. Why are you saying choice? You already have chosen to do something else outside of life. So why now are we talking about choice? No, let's call it what it is. Your choice is the opposite of life. You know. And again, we have a cold culture out here. This is one of those evidence of that culture. And again, I will say this ain't our culture. This is a culture that's been pushed on us, but we didn't develop this. People have developed a dependency on it, but we did not develop it. This is not our thing. This came from somewhere else and they put it on us. And it's okay to call that. So when you see people going out here, like y'all remember that other ratchet song where the chick is she remixed the FBA or FBF, I guess, from what's that girl name? Glorilla. But all of her stuff was like, I got murder on my mind. And she had to Planned Parenthood. Let's go. We gonna act like people aren't making that a culture? That's death culture. I mean, y'all really need to start tweeting this dude. Just start asking him, say, man, hey, bro, is this death culture? Well, you know, in the sweet chocolate dripping melanin. Stop. Pulpit pimp. Can't fool me. But yeah, ladies, remember, you got to be careful out here because there's a lot of forces out here against y'all. Unfortunately, y'all also have kind of been the doorway in, because remember, against this next video clip I'm about to play, they say we are the biggest people who push back against that. Black men are the worst, and they're the boogeyman, and they're this phobic and that phobic, and they're horrible. So yeah. But we try to warn you, sisters, because see, again, when brothers tell you we are your defense, believe it. We told you they was trying to replace you. Listen to this.
This is what I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like, hello?
Hey, you hear that, ladies? Listen to that line right there, because what he literally said is, you can't gatekeep your ovaries, your eggs, or your uterus. Shout out and love and light to all of our missing sisters out there around the world. Y'all better listen. we are dealing with the beast, family. The beast. I mean, man, the most diabolical, maniacal, mad scientist type like Clay Davis. But again, let me just remind you, family, because like we started, if y'all missed at the very beginning, I'll give you a refresher course. We started this broadcast with Herschel Walker. Wait, Shawana asks. Oh, wait, first let me read it. Mario says, them folks are absolutely delusional. Shawana S says, I would love to see a naturally born male have a period or even give birth. No, thanks. You know, again, shout out to all y'all sisters, because, you know, and all of you fellas that have delivered your own children. Hey, fellas, I mean, trans women, if that is what you desire to do, more power to you. I mean, of course, you want to experience the joys of being a mother. Actually, I mean, truth be told, that shit's gonna kill you. Y'all gonna sit up there, well, we're gonna have it. No. I mean, no. I mean, I guess, you know, the thinking is C-section, I guess. But that's a whole nother thing. That's the one thing I always ask my wife. It's like, you know, they so anxious to go run down that aisle every month, huh? Like, oh man, huh? It's like I've never met a woman in my life that's like, woo, I can't wait till my time of the month. Party. It's on and cracking, baby. I mean, the height of my month is that time. Jeez, every time I hear this, like, what are you fighting for? The first time they try giving birth, they wouldn't want to do that anymore. Hell no. Not at all. Not at all. Actually, truth be told, somebody need to show them a video of what it looked like. You know, this what you want to be part of? You know, you think you can, oh, there's no gatekeeping? Ah, okay. Put it to the test, brother. But yeah, like I said, if y'all wasn't here at the very beginning, let me play this.
Oh, you ever watch a stupid movie late at night, hoping it's gonna get better, don't get better, but you keep watching it anyway? Because the other night I was watching this movie. I was watching this movie called Fright Night, Freak Night, or some type of night. But it was about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people or they not. But I'm gonna tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I wanted to be a werewolf. So I'm watching my TV. These kids watching their TV. Vampire kill on their TV. So you know it's kind of stupid, but I'm still watching though. So they win this contest to bring this actor. Now y'all got to stay with me. Bring this actor who's a vampire killer from that TV to get rid of this real life vampire in their ad. So as this actor comes to their home, he got all the right stuff. He got all the right stuff because you know you got to have a stake, you got to have a thing to kill him in the heart. And he got a necklace of garlic, so that worked. I don't know what it does, but it worked. You got to have a cross because it burned. I know that worked. They walked upstairs and this vampire looking real good in this black suit. Whoa, that sounds like Senator Warnock, doesn't it? Looking all good in this black suit, floated from the ceiling. He floated from the ceiling looking good and cool. And I'm thinking, whoa, they better get out of that house. If somebody float from your ceiling, get out of that house. That's not your house. But as he floated from the ceiling, the kids jumped behind that hero. As they jumped behind that hero, the guy jumped in front of him with this holy word, threw it on the vampire's forehead. He covered his eye. And he took his hand away. He started laughing. And he said, that don't work. He took the cross and put it on the vampire's forehead. And the vampire didn't even do anything. He said, that don't work. And that's the way it is in our life. It doesn't work unless you got faith. It is time for us to have faith. You got to have faith in our fellow brother. You got to have faith in this country. You got to have faith in the elected officials. And right now, that's the reason I'm here.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Woo. So we're going to go full circle. We're going to go full circle with it. So as I started with playing the We Sick Boss Man, you know, I'm going to have to run that back again for those who are not here. And understand, like, see, when you have individuals in our midst that have other agendas, sometimes, you know, you just have to abruptly address them, you know, because it just is what it is. Yeah, Phantom Beat. Yeah, I just seen something about that. I see y'all talking about that brother that just got out. Took 40 years off that dude's life. It's like that's America. Dark-skinned brother, what is going on, my brother? And then, of course, like I said, we got treason, Eric Dyson. Because we got to denounce this death culture. You know, that's what we got to do. Okay, then. Well, then why don't you say something stern to black women? Because this sister is dead by way of the hands of that. And that death culture. Not to mention the touch of But I hope that this sister gets justice. This is something we obviously gonna stay on top of. And of course, and I guess this is a whole nother thing because you see people talking about this story. What can we say? This is an in-house issue, but with that being said, it ain't just getting swept under the rug. Like, no, this is evil and wicked, and they all should be punished. Because I'm really surprised that it's taken so long, but who knows? I guess again, it's a matter of international type of business because it's Mexico. But I hope every government does the right thing and push them cats in cuffs because excuse me, accidents can happen. A broken spine and a broken neck, and then propping her up in the bed or like her father said, or a chair to where the people found her at, because that's where the medical examiner found her. She was sitting up with a broken spine and broken neck, deceased. This culture of death is one of not valuing life. So we can't sit up here on one hand and say that this agenda is over life. That agenda is over life, but yet and still it's been promoted even by the black church. Preacher. So how did we get here? Preacher? Huh? Raphael Warnock talking about xenophobia. He ain't talking about the damage done to black folks. Well, we have an inherent race problem. No, that's white supremacy. White supremacy is inherent to those who practice it because it gets passed down perpetually. And we've already witnessed that. Here we are 400 years later with idiots in front of us talking about, man, we have to address, what the hell are you talking about? Something that they founded this country on has to be addressed now like it's new? If it's new, it's only new to you. Like Dr. Neely Fuller says, obviously you have not understood white supremacy because you clearly are confused. You understand what I'm saying? So let me play this old Negro again. And man, they did not have to edit him in because this is what's so cold about it. It's like they do an edit. It's not like what you, and I wish I could play it, but I know I'll get hit for it. But that's the whole thing. Like, it's not like they did a mic pass. No, they didn't do no mic pass, nothing like that. It's like the brothers talking about reparations and then they cut. And then all of a sudden you see Uncle Rufus 2.0 coming on the screen. Now, again, listen.
Clark says that all history is a current event. And right now, the U.S. Congress is discussing.
Let's hear that again.
The historian John Henry Clark says that all history is a current event. And right now, the U.S. Congress is discussing H.R. 40, which is a bill that would enable research and the proposal of policies to actually address reparations. And so this is a current event.
And one thing that's on my mind was with one of the guys that when we went back to one of the slave auction castles, he said that you can either be bitter, which means you can leave here weak, or you can either be better, which means you'll leave here stronger. And so I thought about what that meant. And what that meant is that we've seen much agony and we've seen much pain, but we've also seen much hope and much promise and much glory. So we must tell the whole story, but let us put as much emphasis on the hope and on the glory and on the optimism as we tell the story so that people can say, well, there is a brighter day. And if we stop and plant seeds, apple seeds, on which we will never see the shade, and plant them for other children, we're going to be okay. And so I'm going to leave here better and not bitter.
Wow, that was.
Wow. Yeah, Conan really turning it on for him, ain't he? Wow. That was deep. Stop it, Conan. Putting all the extras on it. Wow. Man, I didn't even think of it like that, man. Wow, man. Lord. So we went around the slave quarters. So let's look at that. You went around the slave quarters and you automatically, your mind said, let me be subservient. I mean, that's literally the reality of what we're talking about. Like, really? Your visit to the slave quarters, the spirit that oozed to the surface out of you was to be subservient. I mean, man, I just got to thinking about what he said because right there, I was looking at the slave quarters. I just felt like I need to start taking some orders. I mean, what the hell is wrong? Man, like I said, maybe I think too much, man. I don't know. What y'all think? Yeah, seed, apple seeds? Right, Lois. See, what the hell is he talking about? We got to plant it. What we got to do is to plant a little seed now. I mean, come on now. You see, we don't need to be out here making all that trouble. See, what we need to know, what we need to be doing is getting into good trouble. So, we eyes are not bitter, boss. Because look here, boss. See, I went to the slave plantations and I seen where the slave quarters was. And I just envisioned myself in a butler outfit. And I said, you know what? I look back now at that movie at the Help and at the Butler. You know what? I'm about to go watch the Butler. Yeah, I'm about to go watch the Butler right now because I am inspired to serve white folks. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy me. Man. See what we need to do. And see what we need to do is focus. Oh, goodness. Edmund Pettus Bridge talk all the way. What we need to do is focus on the good and the hope. The hope. See, we done came such a long ways. And see, by coming such a long ways, family. My Lord. And after you talking about reparations, this is the conversation you follow it up with? But when I was at the slave quarters, they showed me, and the guide said, leave here better. Hey, guide, you showing me where my ancestors were. I don't need no speech. I mean, what kind of guide they got taking you to the slave land? You giving positive affirmations and what? Shut up. What you need now, remember, y'all, make sure you leave here better and not bitter. What? How can I call myself better if I'm not bitter? Now, do you know what's so funny about that? That is so far away from what even these Bible-toting Christians, and when I say Bible-toting, like, always remember what Bible-toting means. Bible-toting Christian means a person that is always seen carrying or holding a Bible, or you walk into their house and you see the Bible and they always try to push Jesus on you. but they never read that book. They are scripture illiterate, but Jesus and the law, they tell you what the pastor told you. So they told you what the pulpit pimp pushed on you. And I ain't saying every preacher is a pimp or a pulpit player, but you know, let's keep it a buck. I've sure enough seen enough in my day. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, hell. Some of these dudes wasn't preaching, they'd be pimping. Y'all couldn't see Clarence McClendon pimping? T.D. Jakes? T.D. Jakes in a big old... in a big 5XL jacket, chopper suit, tailored by Steve Harvey. Oh, just riding and styling. You know, if T.D. Jakes was pimping, you know, he'd have one of them big, loud, elaborate cars with all the pipes. Y'all remember them? With all the pipes, the tubes. Oh, my Lord. Influencer said my aunt told me they preach because they can't read, and they ain't even lying. They never lie. No, hell no. Yeah, there's been some illiterate preachers out there. That is true. That is true. There's definitely been some preachers out there that could not read. Boy, they some good old scripture reciters, though, ain't they? And early one Sunday morning. Boy, everybody got to pull that one out. You got the good old one in the stash. Easter Sunday, early one Sunday morning, he rose up. Now it's time to go ahead and give money to the Lord. Lock the doors, ushers. Ushers, go ahead and shut up the doors of the church. We need to make this money here. So hopefully y'all understand. Let's get these chips with dips. Yeah, pay your tithes to the pastor. You need that 10%. And all you worldly women that's visiting, make sure you go ahead and put a WW1 on the back of your visitor's card. So we love to just, reach out and touch you, and minister to you. Worldly women. If y'all see Women at Brewster Place, y'all got to know that. Y'all heard them. See, that's what I like about you worldly women. We have an understanding. I'm going to preach your pants off tonight. Literally. The guest pastor. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, Women at Brewster's Place. If y'all... But what's so funny is that, a lot of us grew up knowing people like that. And if you're from the South, then you've probably seen a lot of quartet bands blow through town. Yeah, might as well be pimping. The players singing the quartet. When your preacher got gold chains on and a Mercedes medallion, Oh boy, and a woman on the grill. Check me slamming Cadillac doors. Check out the gators. Can you see me? I got bitches. Oh my Lord. Bishop Whitehead. Oh, ooh. Bishop Whitehead, boy, you know, he probably somewhere like, my ears is burning. Somebody mentioning my name right now. Put me back in the game. You know. You said, here's you auditioning. Oh no. No. Trust me, if I was really about that, oh no, I would have been, you would have already known who I was by now. He like all them, but he can sing. Oh yeah, trust me. They had a whole plan carved out for you, boy. But yeah, no, that ain't my speed. That life is also another thing. Like, are you willing to not be yourself? You know what I mean? Cyberdyne, thank you for that super chat, brother. Much appreciated. You said you funny, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. And thank you again for that super chat. I definitely appreciate it. He said Deacon Whitmore. Man, I'm telling you, man. I've seen so, man. Boy, I remember playing for who was we playing for? Douglas Miller back in the day. You know, the dude that did the song, My Soul is Anchored in the Lord. Man, that's when I started learning about the real gospel music business. Like, this ain't gospel at all. Y'all, well, what's the difference, man? Oh, well, hell, I might as well just go ahead and figure this out over here, pimp. Man, Project Leroy says, take your time, Deacon Whitmore, fix it. Shout out, man. Thank you for that super chat, brother. I appreciate you. And I appreciate that super chat as well as Cyberdyne, man. Peace, power, blessings, and protection to both of you, brothers. Cyberdyne, I assume you're a brother. So, but if not, peace, power, and blessings unto you and protection unto you as well. Oh man, I'm just saying, we got these folks out here that I'm telling you, we had this dude call into our space what was that, yesterday? Is that yesterday? This dude called into our space. Yeah, it was yesterday. So Black Alpha and myself, we were doing a space yesterday about MAGA. This dude called in and he starts off, well, first off, he got on stage and immediately interrupted and started talking about, man, we ain't going to be able to get nothing done because we all can't get along, man. Wait, what? Oh, Cyberdyne, brother. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, I assume by the tone of your comments, like, I mean, you know, if you're not, it's pretty, sound like a man. Like, you know, hey, man, I got me a down-ass stud in the chat, which is cool, right? Hey, but shout out, brother. But yeah, this dude calls in and is talking like, yeah, man, we all can't get along, man. Hey, what you talking about? And I'm glad, because see, something was going on by this time, and I got kicked out of the space. If you go look, you can literally see me still in there. And Twitter kicked me out of it and was like, yeah, I couldn't get back in on that profile. But Twitter would not take me off the stage. Had to use my backup profile. But I heard dude while I was listening, trying to get back in. And so, brother, my brother, Black Alpha, he was like, okay, elaborate on what you're saying, family. Well, I mean, we all ain't never gonna get along because black people don't get along, man. So we ain't gonna, I don't even see how we gonna really be able to get anything happening because, I mean, man, we don't get along. And he was like, man, elaborate on that, brother. Okay, well, like, prime example, like Tariq Nasheed. Oh boy, here we go. So Tariq Nasheed, he got people that he don't like, and the other people don't like who he don't. Okay, I'm not really following. And then he got all that money, and then he took all them donations for the museum, and then he got the museum. Oh well, wait, no, he was like, but he ain't got no museum to show for it. Wait, what? No, he and Black. I was like, no, I gotta stop you there. Yeah, he did buy a museum. He got it's out in L.A. Oh, well, I mean, I guess that's cool. But I mean, that's good. That's good work. And I mean, man, I guess it was cool also that he had the rally and that, trying to make like light of the rally. And, that's when Alpha just pretty much cut him off and began to go ahead and give him that work. Because you already heard the tone. But I mean, I had to come in there later after he had already got kicked off the stage because I'm like, man, this is lucky I ain't on the stage right now talking this foolishness because I understand exactly where this line is coming from. So when I got on stage, I had to come back and let it be known where this tone is coming from. And so, for those who heard that, I'm sure there's people who follow those individuals. Like, man, this is what he said. Yep. I sure did. Now what? Because this is the thing. You not finna be no beta male dude coming in here hating on another man and what he got cracking. Like I said, if I hear another one of y'all sit up here and talk about this brother's wife, and she's mixed, but you up under a whole female with a white father while you're over here trying to besmirch another black man. That is homemade as hell. Perhaps reevaluate the situation. Yes, I understand. You like who you like, but don't come around other men talking that horse shit. Man, I mean, all that money he got and this and that. And that's my other point. Yeah, you realize he also put $1 million of his own up with it too. So you're going to sit up there and talk about another man? I can't stand that. We got way too much of that in our mix. And I just don't understand it. Like, hey, you understand the enemy is white supremacy? That system? Yeah, that one. Can't get to it when you busy looking at your brother or looking at your sister to figure out something to hate on, something to over critique, something to nitpick. Well, man, it wasn't this. Man, please. Stand on the front line or shut your ass up. And so, yeah, you didn't let me. Of course we didn't. Him nor me are ever gonna let no homemade dude come on stage talking about another man that, number one, isn't present. Number two, ain't nobody you even know. Sitting up here listening to these other people out here hating on another man. You following a dude that is literally putting another man's name and thumbnails. And what I just seen from the other Buckethead, the the upside down KFC man, he literally had the Black Pack, agent provocateur, confused one from California, Tara Perry, on his joint. I guess he figured, let me get everybody on here who hate Tariq. Then he had Drink Drano. He had Mr. Drink Drano himself, Mr. I can't get right. It's like, okay, is this dude filming from a model home? But that's a whole nother story. And who was the other person he had on there? I can't even remember who the other person was. Don't even remember. But that's what's so funny. It's like, most never go into Tariq's spaces to speak. Judah Queen, they don't come in mind. I see a lot of that. Man, I'm going in here. Okay. I saw that yelling, arm flailing agent bullshit he was doing out there at the rally. It's like, oh, you trying to really draw attention to yourself like that? Yeah, okay. Because I had to let my handlers know where I'm at just in case I get in trouble. So, y'all, I'm going to go live too. So, that right, every all the ping, ping, ping off the phone just in case something happened to me. I'm going to come out here and, because there's a whole lot of out-of-towners in here, but shoot, I guess I'm going to just be cool and come over here and flip my arms and I'm trying to have a conversation. What is a rally doing? Shut your bitch asses up. I mean, it's a rally. What we need with a rally. We've been marching forever. No, actually, we haven't. The Kennedys had people marching, and all of these other people and outside organizations that put black people in front had people marching. We ain't been out there marching for shit. This is new. We are talking about our issues for us. Ain't nobody done that before. Who is that? That don't have an outside entity attached to it. Who? I'll wait. Well, here's another thing. Let me warn you. I don't do the semantics thing. We keep it straight down the middle. So if you want to talk semantics, I'm not going to waste my time with that because for me, that's hoe talk. And I'm not finna spend time talking to another man in semantics. Well, what I really want to say, I kind of believe that Michael A. Dyson said something. I just think that people don't like the messenger. So I believe it's the right message. No, it ain't. No, the hell it is not. And shut your coon ass up. Marching is played out. Right. And this wasn't a march. It was a rally. It was always a rally. The other thing was a march, which it looked, well, no, they did march. So maybe he's confusing the two. And I think some of those pull-ups were, I guess, the one that got counted by what, the BBC or whatever? They got their coverage. Their big moment on front page. Lord. Not critical thinkers, Cyberdyne. Not at all. Not at all. And you know what they say, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Sheesh. Worldview said we have too many snakes against us getting reparations. Unfortunately, too many that actually look like us. Does he call the alphabet rallies marches? Judah Queen. Good question. Good question. I don't know, but good question. Did you recently see on PBS Roly Poly Martin had the Black Boule sellouts in a meeting on stage talking about reparations. Yes, we played that here last week, I think. Played part of that. I believe that was last week. Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to figure out how to stay relevant, because he's clearly lost touch. Well, not that he ever had a pulse on the community in the first place, but, he's clearly out of touch. Way out of touch. Even with with who he is trying to impress, he's not even in step with them. I mean, this dude is he's man. Well, let's get that look on his face. There you go. This dude is spiraling out of control. But now it's about reparations. And again, our sister Jade, she was out there at that town hall meeting that him and Dr. Malvo had. So, I mean, I guess there was some good things that came out. The one thing, that I'm glad to see, he did not besmirch the rally. So that was cool. And so again, shout out to Linus Crown for being there, being on deck. And sometimes you have to deal with certain people. That's when I know that people haven't really been around too much. Because you see one thing and it's like, well, hey man, that person rubbed me the wrong way or said something here or said something there. I get that. But overall, what does that person do? I'm not one of those that can't get along with somebody I don't agree with. So, now again, I ain't saying deal with a sniveling, foot shuffling Uncle Tom such as Michael or treason Eric Dyson. Never let yourself evolve or devolve into that, because that's all he is now. It's like, okay, they let me back, and I totally spaced the fact that he had some Me Too-ish issues before, but they're letting him back in good graces somewhat. Yeah, that might be a little something worth keeping an eye on. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's interesting. I'm just saying. So yeah, family. We are about out of here. I just really wanted to touch on this because I didn't do any broadcast for that. And what I heard from the stories, I'm just like, man, this is super tragic, and it is really boiling down to sounding like a plot of jealous, because you can't call it revenge because nobody did anything to them people as far as what we are hearing, because why would they have been together like that? So this looks like a situation of deadly envy. And then on top of that, remember, she's an influencer. And what did Judah Queen say? She's over here charging for interviews. If that doesn't scream of this woman being jealous of this sister. Because again, remember, it's about that social influence. And when you have somebody like this who is getting it, so she's not only getting attention, but she's getting that bag because she's also a business owner. So she's not she's getting it in a couple of ways. Ain't that something? So you had to lure this woman down there for her to meet her, and you're beating her like that? A broken spine? What was you doing? Jumping on her after she was passed out or something? I mean, that's damn near what it sounds like. This is insane. One thing about this, though, this opens up a conversation that is very rarely had. Because in the midst of Michael Eric Dyson pushing toxic masculinity and saying we have a culture of death, well, then what would you call this? What would you call songs like Nut Quick by Glorilla? What would you call these songs? Like I said, and you know, my wife mentioned because she went and looked up the lyrics to Nut Quick. Don't tell us that we glorifying something. You remember the subtle other message that continuously gets shoved down our throat about how abortion is health care. And this is what you consistently keep trying to sell us on. And it's not true. So, yeah, there's that. Judah Queen said, Winter body slammed her. Oh, she body slammed? That's crazy, man. What is all that about? Like, again, if the woman ain't really done nothing to you, that means that woman's level of jealousy, hate, and envy was so off the charts. But what does that say? That she was able to be in her face for quite some time and make her feel like she was safe and comfortable, all the while plotting on her demise. Y'all be very careful about the company you keep. And again, I would say, ladies, y'all in these certain age ranges where y'all want to go kick it out there and this and that, be careful. And, you know, just mind the company you keep. I'll just put it like that. Because they might be comfortable with certain things because they've already been through certain things. And you haven't had if you haven't been down that road, then you might not understand. But when you see people like that, there's something there. There is something there. So, justice for Shaquela Robinson is all over Black social media. You know, the one thing about that, the main things that were trending today is that reparations and Black Twitter. So this story is really at an interesting time. So we'll see how this thing transpires. In the meantime, you know, we could keep this story in the limelight so it doesn't go away. Keep it in the forefront. Just like other stories that have not went away, they keep delaying. That cop that shot Atiana Jefferson in her house, he keeps getting free delays. So, and then the person that the judge was trying to make it go to finally go to court or go to trial, they got him off the case and then delayed it again. So there's that. So let me see before we get out of here. Oh, yeah. One thing else. Before we get out of here, always remember what you just heard the other day. And I've been telling you, and we've been telling you, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing has long been telling you about this genetic issue for some folks. And this is how they look to clean it up.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
His ultimate goal is to do that. Wow. So real quick, let me have a quick commercial break, and then we will come back and close the show. So with that being said, this is the weekly wrap up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
What you are looking at is a monument to Wade Hampton. Wade Hampton was one of the largest enslavers in the state of South Carolina, which was one of the largest slave-holding states. And yet, here on the Capitol grounds, there is a monument to him. If South Carolina wants to recognize and remember this period of history, then it is incumbent upon South Carolina and the United States as a whole to repair the damage that has come from this period in history. At the end of the Civil War, Black Americans who are descendants of American slaves, legislatively called freemen, were supposed to receive their 40 acres in a meal, and that never happened. Instead, they saw their black Wall Streets burnt to the ground. They experienced Jim Crow. They experienced redlining, which robbed them of billions in dollars of wealth. In order for America to heal, Black America has to be repaired. I am running to repair Black America because until we all stand, we all have fallen.
First was the controversial Reverend Jeremiah Wright.
I say America, America's mother, America's daddy, America can eat a dick, America can lick the balls.
Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Oh boy, that was a cold one, wasn't it? That was a cold one. See, sometimes you just got to do them like this.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Oh man, sometimes you just got to hit them. Yes, indeed. Jeremiah Wright. Shout out to that brother. Shout out to Nora Brown. Thank you so much for the Cash App donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, protections be up on you. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. So we are at that time to get on out of here. But man, this whole situation, Shaquela, and the thing about it is like her name keeps changing, and like I've seen 3 different names for this sister. So, but I believe it is Shaquela Robinson. I've heard Shanquela, I heard Shaquela. I'm not certain of the lot because even in the article that I've seen, her name is still spelled different at least twice in it. So it's like, okay, what is this about? Like, this is really weird. Why is everything so oddly vague? Man, and I mean, people could, if you were really looking at it, okay, so one would expect that the information coming back to the States from Mexico might end up being a little muddy. So if you wanted to make sure you were in a place to where you were doing foul shit, make sure you go to a place to where the information might come back a little muddy. So that makes these people look even worse at this point. So justice for that sister. Shout out to her family. Condolences. I know that must be a absolute horrific, rough time for y'all. So shout out to the family, and may y'all get all the support y'all need. So with that being said, shout out to all of y'all family. Thank y'all for being here once again, hanging out with the Beatzillapdx official show. This is, of course, the weekly wrap up, and this is how we do. So y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Patreon at beatzillapdx official, and on Melanated People at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. Now, with that, you can also email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And of course, we have a great way of, we already have gotten some donations. So shout out to those who have given by way of Super Chat and also by Cash App. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. So if anybody wants to, you like this content, you want to go ahead and show your appreciation, you can. You can do that at Cash App. That is $Beatzillapdx. That is Cash App, $Beatzillapdx. And of course, we also have PayPal, and that is Zilla Music. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. So yes, indeed. It is that time. Hey, Black Alpha Network in the house. What is going on, my brother? It's a great show, my brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. It is Friday. So hey, y'all, it's wifey time for me. So about to go ahead and see what we can't find or put on, and close this evening on out. Get me some. Actually, we made chili because family, it's been very chilly here in the city of Portland. We're having highs under 50 right now. So which tells you that like the lows in the 30s every day. And then we've had this real crazy wind, that's this unusual, real strong wind that's been coming out here. It's been blowing. I don't think anybody was in it at the time. Now, I guess they're lucky, but it blew over porta potties, and somebody had a shed in the back. That ended up in their neighbor's yard. So, yeah, it's been a lot of things going on with this wind out here. Like, because things are changing. We in these last days, family. We got tornadoes landing out here and shit. That doesn't happen here. That doesn't happen here. So, like, this is all bizarre. But yeah, take note to that. New York is cold. I wouldn't be surprised. You got some of these things be kind of, these weather patterns be the way these things work. Because I remember the last time we had that big freeze, it was like in a zigzag. So we got hit all the way out here, and then like some of y'all was all the way out like in the Midwest, literally still getting our pattern of bad weather. I mean, that was like, come on now, wait a minute. This is a little too much of a coincidence now. You mean to tell me that y'all are going to get the weather we have today on Thursday? I don't ever remember that happening in my lifetime, but maybe. I'm no meteorologist or anything, but I don't seem to remember that in the weather index to my recollection. But hey, what do I know? But nonetheless, today in coats, tomorrow in shorts. Dang. It snowed a lot upstate New York today, but where my mom and family at. Wow. Really? Lord. Oh yeah, you know what? You right. We're worldviews. Our local anchor. He's from Buffalo. So our black local anchor here, he's literally from Buffalo. He grew up in Buffalo, and he was talking about the snow because I guess they moved the Bills game to Detroit. I said, wow. When you in them type of areas and y'all talking about it's too much snow, are you kidding? Out there? Like, y'all get snow every year. It's like shutting down Minnesota. It's like, wow, that lets you know that, like, oh, y'all are buried in snow out there. Shout out Shawana S. Thank you so much. Great broadcast. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. Black first, be safe, and stay vigilant. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Shawana S. I always appreciate you in the chat. Thank you for that super chat. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you. So with that being said, family, we have enjoyed a good conversation tonight. And we're going to get ready to go ahead and get on out of here. And y'all already know how we do around here. We keep these smooth stones at the ready. Because we have to. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when they think about us getting our Power and standing in our own power is like this.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
So always, always make sure that you slang that stone of truth no matter what, because at the end of the day, you know what time it is. They say, don't wait till the battle's over. Shout now, because in the end, you know you're going to win. And with that, stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. And with that, black first, black first, black first. Shalom, family. See y'all next time around.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
Thank you.